Donald Trump. And I said something to Donald Trump, and I want the Supreme Court to hear me. I had to send it directly to the Supreme Court because I sent it to the civil rights. Donald Trump got the nerve to say he gonna see things. No, God said you gonna see it my way. Your racism, your lies, your black and white colleges that stand for themselves. I asked the Supreme Court, I want 89 million from every racist college. I don't feel the same connection here. You know, when rules have, trust has been broken by racism of Texas and racism voters, I don't feel the same when equal rights are not being given with disability and liars. Donald Trump, you're not immune. Like I told the Supreme Court, enough is enough with you. I asked for your voters' death. I asked for your death. Just because you're a president, what difference that we gonna make if we don't lead by example? They got plenty of other people that can be president, and we have to lead by example as a nation. But he talked about making America great. When that bullet be pulled and everything be pulled, I don't got a problem with black ink. This is personal. This is about education and growth. You showed your true colors, Trump, and Texas voters showed their true colors. We ain't the same. We ain't the same at all. You put nation before you put business before nation. You and Joe Biden, all of you. But y'all act like y'all understand. I see the fakes. I see the manipulation that's going on. You didn't care about disability. You stole the bill at wall. I need a Supreme Court to listen to me here. Because I just filed the civil rights on the Supreme Court of the United States, and I said, I need them to listen to me. People must take a loss. American business and Social Security must take this big loss. Everything that man stands for must take a loss. Everything, the lies that he stands for must take a loss. The lies that America, this is about, if you're going to make America great, somebody got to take a loss. And the school got to take a loss. The racism communities got to take a loss. The black and the white business that's a narcissist have to take a loss. This must happen accordingly. God said this must happen accordingly. This must happen accordingly. Racism must happen accordingly.
It's never a good time for migraine, especially when I'm...
Everybody focus on the next school because Iran got a big mouth. That's why he been investigated. He got a big mouth. But until I can get to Walmart and I can get on things, I don't feel in an uncomfortable space right now. And he's instead of just doing things he don't supposed to be doing. Until I can get in a comfortable spot and get where I'm at, that can be the best things about that. And to get where I'm at today. But I don't got time for a man that just talk about border, but don't talk about, you talk about rights, but you don't talk about your courtroom did something they got no business doing. Your racist community did something they got no business doing, black and white, and they kids. We ain't the same here. We ain't the same here. Donald Trump, God said you got to take a loss, and your voters got to take a loss. They might win by vote, but God win this war. Tell them to start watching my house. The cowardness and the racism out of black and white Houston, because they only want money and the cowardness that's behind it. But they kids want to fight when they mom don't know how to treat people in a business and they racism. I'm not going to keep dealing with that in there, man. I'm not. That's something I'm not, man. When people want to get a reaction, bad misconduct going on. I'm not going to do this at the moment. But let's stay focused, because that up in there, I'm not trying to pay attention to that. I'm not. But I told her mama that's focusing on her. No, I got to get one somewhere where I can focus on my own. I'm not focused on this community and her try to throw her opinions on others. This community is not good for me. The racism out of black and white is not good away from me. And you know, it's not good for me at the end of the day. So I have to feel like where everybody got their time to shine. And the more I stay in this community, It's not going to work. And it's not going to work even in the hood because we don't understand each other. It's not going to work, man. It's not me. I'm going to have to have my own thing, my own space, and know what that is. But I'm not out to do this with people and fakeness out of people and fake women out of people and out of people. That's not what I'm about to do right now. That's what I'm not about to do. I instead of tell her something, she need to back off, and she still ain't backing off. She still ain't backing off. But wanna throw her opinion, that I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with it at the end of the day. I'm not gonna deal with her. She wanna pick. I'm done, man. So if you keep picking, we gonna keep doing this. I ain't going back to the bottom. When Donald Trump and his community showed their hand, they're not about you. Then you want to sue some? No, that's your problem. Let whatever happens happen. But I refuse to deal with a black and white lie and racism, and a mom don't want to understand her opinions. And I'm not playing with her, man. I'm not doing that with her. And manipulation of a black man. Stop talking about a person want to talk about a debug. Your concept when you can't focus on your own goal as a woman. You let money control your output and what you want to go. You can't focus on your own bags. Go ahead with that bull crap. To be a deep boy is to focus. To be a deep girl and deep boy, you have to focus on you, not focus on the others in the concept of the kingdoms. Just because they got money. But I'm not out to do this with everybody's going on here. And I'm not out to play this game anymore. I'm not out to do this. Donald Trump, you stood for something. And God said, you want to see things my way. You and your cowardness, and Joe Biden could talk about, oh, you my brother's keeper. But my brother's keeper understand. They took it too far in this city, man. Trump voters took it too far, man. And Yellow Breeze and all of the rest of them in that courtroom took it too far. I don't need all of that. I don't need it. I'm not in a good situation right now where everybody focus on them. And Trump betrayed that trust. That racist man still don't stop. He still got it. I'm not calling you racist, but you still got your own political opinions. And that's what's going to be your downfall. All of what you stand for is going to be your downfall. And I know how to see people's spirit before they come. When you're talking about political peaceful protesters, baby, I see you. And I know how to back off and fight a different way. That's the difference between me and you. I don't go all rushing off by the mouth and all of those things that got going on in the system. I see my enemy mindset and know how to fight from a distance from across the street. But you'll never understand. You'll never understand quite the things that comes with it. You'll never understand it. And I don't want you to understand because you're so busy fighting for yourself and how these grown-ups, but they got the nerve to say their kids deserve something when they don't know how to treat certain people. No, I want the Supreme Court to hear me. You're going to come to my terms, you coward. You and your voters and your America going to come to my terms. And I ask for 89 million from every college, every racism that's going on. You the coward. You the coward that stand for something. The coward got the nerves. And that's sad that I had to go through all of this. Look at you and Joe Biden. Look at you. But everybody will still stand by all of y'all. They'll still stand by you with no remorse. Look at the leaders. Look at that. I bet you the FBI will stand by you. I bet you the Army will still man you when you ain't something, when you ain't right. Just because you have a name, a title. They will stand by you. But who's going to do the right thing when the president have done wrong? When the senators have done wrong and took community side? When the president have done wrong and took community side? When the senators had done wrong, what FBI gonna take it? It's not about money. What FBI gonna stand in the right power and do something right? What army? It doesn't matter about a position, a president. A name is a name. A title is a title. But it's how you handle it. It's how you handle it what makes you the president of the United States with great leadership. It's how you handle things. Not making false accusations and can't do the right thing here. What is your purpose? I need the FBI to hear me. What side of history you going to be on? Is you going to be like the past FBI and the past people that had racial problems? Or you going to be remembered for standing by the cultures of education and growth, even though when you have challenges? What side of history you going to be on? Because Trump picked his side. Joe Biden and I don't want their side with the black lies. They could never understand that. I see Ice Pick and all these rappers just focus on their body, how delicious they is. No, it's not about that for me. People have been trying to get to me for years, but they have to understand it's more about that. Your body can't do nothing for me. But the understanding of a person can't do nothing for me. I can't mess with a woman that got no structure, got no intelligence and mindset, no structure. But you throwing your same concept at me over and over. Throwing your same concept over and over at me. Because you the liar, what you stand for. Donald Trump, you're going to take your loss. And I want the Supreme Court, you're going to take your loss, and your voters going to take the laws out of the lies they stand for. And the black and white that stand for themselves and don't know how to treat individuals. You're going to take it. And I'm going to move forward with my life. Not with violence against nobody, not with hatred. With understanding and destiny the right to grow. Texas broke that trust. Texas broke that trust. And that dummy Sakawaka still don't get it. He still don't get it. He the biggest black ass dummy that don't get it. But they can have it, Donald Trump. But Donald Trump, they can take it. He's still, look at that dummy Sakawaka. He's still a dummy. He's still a dummy, don't get it. With all his money and all his cars, his flashiness, he still don't get it. That's why you'll never evolve. That's why you'll never evolve as a human race. Because you always just think about money. You talk about other life, you'll never go farther than you're beyond. You can't breathe because you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. Look at him. If you fight over money, but don't fight over the principle of the keys of the universe, where will you go? To find life out there, you got to go beyond your means and put past the money. Past your pettiness to understand something that's greater. And you'll find what you're looking for. But the plan is, listen, the Creator is already listening to you already. They know what you're searching for. You're having a climate change in space. They know what you're searching for. You would never breathe outside this planet. You can have your oxygen, you can do. Why do you think cancer and them always come back? It always finds some way to come back. It could come through the feet. It could come through anything the doorman. You know why it come back? Because you can't understand life. You take it for granted. And when you talking about finding another life in space, you're going to actually die when you're trying to find mixed chemicals up there. That's the difference between me and you. We know why certain things keep coming back. You know, you all your resources, you still come into cancer, come to the feet, and come to the breast, and come through the leg. Certain things that just pop up and you'll never understand. But you're too coward to understand it. Look at Sakawaka. You're still focusing. He trying to show his money. And that's what's different why people can't get to me. Because that money that he putting up there, it never impressed me. But how a woman carry herself, I don't care about that money. All people in my relationship had their own money. In my past relationships, when I was a teen. But they fiending for their lives instead of fiending for their own bags. They worry about what they have and not worry about what the game, what they want. Trump, at that bullet come this way, Trump, your voters will die. I asked for the voters' life. You hear me? I asked for everybody, your gang members' life. Don't talk about you get a moon. You make that price as a coward. You make that price as a coward. You'll never understand the price of it. But tell your voters, an example going to be made, not just by one death. Every gang member, every Trump voter. Don't hide documents, Trump. Don't hide documents, Joe Biden. I told you, don't hide that. Be real about it. You heard me? You want America to be getting at that? We actually for every gang member death and every kid death. And every voter death that made that decision. Let's talk about it. My bond has been broken here. I don't feel comfortable in the situation that I am in, the community in Texas, and probably on the. And he gonna talk about if you don't like it, he didn't leave. No, if you stop, don't lie. You want to be here, all of you. You don't think I was on Ice Cube when Ice Cube talking to Ice Cube on TikTok? You don't think I was on Twitter? Why you think Ice Cube? You don't think I told Ice Cube when Ice Cube say they all lie? When you think when I was talking to Ice Cube on Twitter account? When I was going back and forth him, telling him about some stuff on Twitter. Ice Cube on Twitter. When I was talking to Ice Cube on Twitter account, and he posted something and I comment on there, the aspect of it, and I heard what he got to say. Trump, if I wouldn't have fight, you would have stood with them. You ain't Joe Biden. And that's a coward. If I wouldn't have fight, you would have showed your true colors. You would have showed your true colors as a coward. You gonna see it my way. And I need the FBI and them to do the right thing. This is your cowardness as a president with your voters. And God wants you to do the right thing, man. He wants you to do the right thing. I don't need a man like that. He want to play favoritism like we on the same side. Him and Joe Biden, we got your own predator while black and white fighting for themselves. It's a mindset of dictators and narcissists in this business. But we are like you trying to cause confusion. I see what you're trying to do. I see more. I go against a work employee. You trying to make it hard, huh? You trying to start it. But realize you about to pay a bigger price. You about to pay that price, Trump. You about to pay that price. You about to pay everything you stand for. No, your life is on the line, Trump. Your life is on the line. I don't care if you're a president or not. Your life is on, your kid's life is on the line. You're going to die by justice. You hear me? I want your kid to look at me, you coward. I want your kid to look at me. You're going to know not to play with me. You're going to know not to play with me again, Trump. I want your daughter and your son to look at me. I want you what you lied for. I want you to look at me. I want you to see something. Don't hide. You talk about making America great. Live by what you stand by, giving your life and your kid's life when that bullet come that way, when you're a coward. When you're a coward. When you're a coward for what you stand for. We are not the same here. When you're a coward for what you stand for. You're a coward for what you stand for. You hear me? You would not sit there. Your kids would not sit there They pay the price by looking up to you. They're going to pay the price by death. All the cars on Saturn, tell the Supreme Court, don't hide a document. Don't hide nothing. Don't hide a coward. Don't have a cow when you talk about borders. It ain't about your borders. This is about your lies. This is about the voters' lies. What we ain't never seen. And we ain't never seen. You and Joe Biden, but everybody fight for their own political difference instead of coming as one as God. I should not have to fight for something. That's sad, Joe Biden. That's sad. I bet you if I wouldn't have fight, you would have set up that like the dummy you are. All of y'all in that senator's office. That's sad. Look how sad y'all is. But that Governor Abbott get to get his handshake. Kids get to look up to him. But they don't know the price that man is paying and Joe Biden is doing. Because we going to hurt. America going to pay the price for that lie. America going to pay the price for that lie. You going to hurt. Our kids got to suffer for that. It's going to come back to bite us in the long run for all of y'all behavior. It's going to come back to bite everybody. But I want his son to hear me. The next time you make that call, I'm going to make you out an example. I need the Supreme Court to realize this is an example that's made out of his kids when they cross that line. When they cross that line, he gonna wake up. We ain't on the same time. This is the only way. Don't play with me. Don't play with me here when you playing political mind games. You hear me, boy? You 70 years old. You're a president, but you ain't above your power. 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 You hear me? And I mean, you ain't above your power. Everybody can be stepped down, and that's why you have a vice president. Everybody have a behind the president. Everybody, a senator can take your place at any time. Anybody can take a position, and while you step down and be arrested for the same cause. That's why we have leaders. And I don't care if you're not a vice president. A senator can step up to the plate at any time and have rules for it. Everybody that God put in a place, even though they're not a vice president, you have a senator that can be a part of it. This is why examples need to be made. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at the end of the day. I'm not with it at the end of the day. I'm what I'm not. But I bet you if I didn't say nothing, you would have let them get away with it, Joe Biden, not Trump. I bet you would have. I bet you would have stood by them. I bet you if I wouldn't have said nothing, you would have stood by the liars. You couldn't do the right thing that saved you. I know what I said, but I got your attention, huh? The call center changed their answer machine. That's why Wayne said something on the song, and you changed your answer machine up, huh? How sad you is. And all that talk, I finally got your attention, right? The call center, oh, like Wayne said on the big song, get your perm crosses the line. Just hope somebody will remember that. And you cross it with dignity, and the call center changed their machine up. All of that lies you stand for. Look at you. You thinking this about the border, Trump? You better wake up, man. You better wake up. You better wake up, man. You better wake up, because I don't got time. I don't got time. When God came to me in that jailhouse, he came me to take care of you. I told that security guard I found something to take care of you. It's not about sins. It's about to take care of the issues of your lives. The issues of your lives in America. God and Jesus do not have value. Because God and Jesus do not have value because he's a mystery. Nobody understands God and Jesus. Nobody understands the Creator at the understand. We still learning from him. Not just by book. by faith, the way we carry ourselves in life, the way we carry ourselves. And that's going to be the most greatest thing that we learning how to get better and better and better and better each day. We was put on this earth for one day we can all understand each other, the challenges. We all got different mindsets. And one day we can all live amongst each other without any conflict. We can agree on love and harmony, and our Creator is watching. He is watching. He not why He is watching. He is watching all of us. And when He's watching all of us, one day, we can see beyond our means. One day, we can see beyond our means. And that be the greatest thing about seeing behind our means in this thing. One day we can see beyond our means. But you're Trump, you got all that power in your hands. You still don't know what to do with it. Right or wrong. You and Joe Biden and all of y'all. Great power comes responsibility. When Tony Pastor said something about, and I told it Tony Pastor, he said something about the community. God trusted you. Not this the people. God trusted you, the Creator, the one that gave you life out of your mom womb. We might can't see where we came from because we can't be trusted with that kind of power. So we use the sperm, but we can't be trusted. That this the way things is, we can't be trusted with that kind of power. That's why we have sperm. That's why we have things. We was put on this earth a long time ago that nobody understood. And you're not going to understand it because you can't find something that don't want to be found. And Trump, you're not going to find nothing that you're looking for because they don't want to be found out there in space. They don't want you to find them because you haven't learned your lesson. So NASA can go in space and doing it. Look, you haven't found anything. They don't want you to find it. God have gave me your mindset. He have told me. I had a dream about each ball like a circle with a cross on the symbol, like the planet Earth. And it stood in front of each person though. Each ball stood in front of each person though. I was able to see the reaction of you, your spiritual reaction. I was able to Muslim, Bali, China, all of your spiritual actions. Your loved ones came and saw you. I was able to see your spiritual reaction, your mind, your mindsets, your selfishness, you come together in your picky mindsets. I was able to identify you in many ways. When I was able to identify you, you would never go beyond your means because you're just thinking it's about the money. And you would never see beyond that means. I told that security guard when I was with my mom in 2019. Asked that Dallas security guard when she was doing something she got no business doing. I found the Spirit of God in Jesus. But the thing is this, you would never go beyond your means. You would never go beyond that means. You would never go beyond it. You can fly, you can do whatever you want, you can try. You better stay on this earth and keep going on the moon. And keep going on. That's all you will breathe. And every time you try to tamper with things, something always gonna come back to bite you. Because you haven't figured it out. Something always gonna come back to bite you. Some always came back to bite you. Now, I might be mad at you, Trump, but I get over it at the end of the day. That's just the way it is. You know, James and always taught me how to, and people in my teachers always taught me how to handle my business when I was going to college and schools. So I have to get over certain things, but that don't mean you win. I win this war. Let you laugh. Hey, the Supreme Court getting everything in and don't worry about it. I already got it in the bag. I already got it. I already got it in the bag already. But I'm not mad at Trump. Think I'm mad at him for what he worked hard for. Your dad helped you get that. I got major respect for what your dad helped you build. But right now, you stepping on my grounds. You stepping on God grounds. You stepping on my grounds, Trump. Right now, you stepping on my grounds of growth. You stepping on my ground. You and your politics stepping on my ground. I told you I've been doing this since 14. Ask about me. See, I met some dark management people in Dallas before when I was 15 at a gym, and they probably don't even remember me at a job fair. See, I went to job fairs. I was going to college and doing schools and going to businesses. I had my first income tax at 15 years old. Ask that guy what I argued with him in Baltimore about.
In a sense,
Ask him what I argued with him about. I said, I worked since 15. Where my reward at when I worked since 15? What he said, I don't know about all that. What a coward you is. I want your son to listen to me. So when that bullet come this way,